Hello and welcome to NDTV. I'm Rohit Khilnani. This is an interview you cannot miss. So with us. Good to see you in New York.
It's good to be here for the Emmys.
Big congratulations for the International Emmy nomination.
Thank you.
Very well deserved, and you continue to make us proud.
Thank you. Thank you.
Veer, if I scan through social media in India, you seem to be the most wanted person.
For jokes. I guess, yeah. I don't know if that's true or if that's not.
Right. You got a lot of feedback for your for the show that you did at the Kennedy Center.
Yes.
It's an epic place where you gave a momentous performance, and a lot of people. What's the kind of feedback that you have received so far?
It's as an artist, you receive all kinds of feedback, but this has been millions of people from the country and everywhere, just a humbling amount of love.
Right.
So that is an amazing thing that I didn't expect.
Right. And along with love comes hate as well. There's been you said watch it in totality and don't watch excerpts, and that's something that, so were you expecting, because if you say these things, if you say lines like, if you mention we run over farmers, and if you mention we gang rape women in India, you would
along with the good
side and the bad side, and you balanced it through the show. You must be expecting some kind of a reaction.
I think a comedian puts out satire,
right.
And if it's the good of the country and the bad of the country,
right.
ending in the good of the country,
right.
I think that's something that you should want to come together in.
Right.
So I can't expect what will happen when I put out a piece of content. It's
It's not in your hands.
Yeah, it's not in my hands.
Right. But the minute it becomes, there's a complaint filed, there's some Home Minister in Madhya Pradesh said you won't be allowed to perform in Madhya Pradesh. What do you have to say to them?
I'll have to cross those bridges
when it comes.
when we come to those, humbly.
Right. So, for the next performance when you go in, all eyes are going to be on you. Will you this time, because of the kind of feedback there is, are you going to be slightly more careful, or will this change you, this episode?
I've made my country laugh for 10 years now.
Yeah, you have.
I've devoted my life to writing about my country.
Right.
We're here at the Emmys because I wrote a love letter to my country.
Right.
As long as I'm able to do comedy, I will keep writing love letters to my country.
Right. Great. So on that note, we also want to ask you about Emmys. On one side, there's a complete different reaction. You and I are sitting in New York.
Yeah.
This also makes India very proud that you to get to the nomination firstly.
Yeah.
And if you win, that's even better. How do you see this contrast? On one side, people are saying one thing. Here, people will be on the red carpet taking autographs and pictures.
I don't think so much about any of that. I've never expected to be nominated for anything in my entire life. I don't expect to get dinner this evening. Like, that's just who I am. I write jokes in the morning and then I tell them in the evening. Right. And that's it. I don't think about these large things.
Right. Veer, what is the way forward for comedians? Like, if you're facing this, maybe there's a young stand-up comic who's watching this interview. What is the way forward? Like this, you have to take one show at a time and life one day at a time. How does one move forward and write jokes? Because this will keep going on.
I don't know. I think I just don't know. Write jokes and hope to hell that people watch all of them, the full thing, in its actual context.
Right. When you tie up with Netflix for a show, like this time you put your content on YouTube, and last time you tied up with Netflix. How does this work for you? Because on YouTube you can, I feel, please correct me, you can put out your own content, but there will be, is there some censorship when it comes to platforms?
I'm not aware of any censorship across any of them.
Okay. You've never been told to tone down the joke?
No, these are jokes. People enjoy jokes. They love jokes. People love to laugh.
Right. So when the show dropped on Netflix, I remember interviewing that time. You came to our studio as well. Was this, is there a big difference when you're doing it for a live audience and when you're doing a recording for Netflix? How is it
No,
done?
you're essentially filming a live show. So you're doing exactly what you would do at a normal show. There's just 12 cameras on you at the time. So yeah, it's the same thing.
Is this how you're going to keep a mix of both? You're going to keep, where can we watch your content? You're going to continue working with platforms like Netflix and doing your own thing?
I think so. I'm going to tour now. I'm going to, I did a fair amount of acting, so that stuff will come out. I'll do some more acting soon. So, it's a mix of different things. Yeah.
Right. You've made jokes of your own films.
I make fun of myself more than I make fun of anything else.
And why is that?
Because that's how you endear yourself to the audience. I will make fun of myself to make you feel better about yourself.
And that makes people feel better?
I think so. I think if you look at this special Veer Das for India, it is, and I will never talk about what it is, but it comes from a place of humility, I think.
Right.
And I think that will always be good.
Right. When you did Veer Das for India, this platform reaches 190 countries.
Yeah.
What's the kind of feedback? Is it different when NRIs write to you, and is it different locally? Like, what the kind of feedback did you get?
I think my feedback is very simple. You either laugh or you don't laugh. If you laugh, you keep watching.
Right.
If you don't laugh, you watch something else.
Right.
That's it. That's all the feedback a comedian looks for.
Right. Veer, how big is your, you are performing, you're doing so many performances, you're doing shows, you're doing movies. How big is this content team that, because writing jokes and making people laugh is not tough. All credit to you for doing that. And so that's you as a talent.
Yeah.
How big is this team that writes the content, works with you?
So I write the content.
Okay, you write all your content?
Yeah. There's a production house called Weird Ass Comedy, and we produced this special. I co-directed it with somebody called Ajay Bhuyan. Akash, who co-produced it with me. So we're just a tiny company, and we made this Emmy-nominated Netflix special.
What does, Veer Das is a brand by himself. People buy tickets.
I don't know about
You're not
those.
a brand?
I just tell jokes. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. People buy your ticket when they see your name on the poster. What will an Emmy nomination or an Emmy trophy add to your profile?
Nothing. Much like buying my ticket adds nothing to my profile. When you buy my ticket, when you buy a ticket to a film and sit down, that's their battle won because you bought a ticket. When you buy a ticket to my show and sit down, my work begins from there.
Right.
So whether I have an Emmy in my hand or whether I don't have an Emmy in my hand, I'll still have to make you laugh. You're still sitting there for 2 hours expecting to laugh.
Right. Somewhere we all get excited when there's a validation on an international platform like this. Does this not add anything to your excitement?
I'm honored to be invited to this. I'm honored to take selfies with some of the people that are here. I consider any opportunity to be a blessing. But will it affect comedy? No, you just got to tell jokes and make people laugh.
Right. This is also on a platform where there are many other shows, many other comedians will come in the future as well from around the globe. Do you see this as a healthy thing to be on a platform like this, or do you think you would like to be in a space where you don't want any competition around?
I don't know. It's definitely a healthy thing to be on a global platform, to have your voice be given a much larger voice. So absolutely, it's the healthiest thing.
Right. And how does one, I ask actors usually this, and since you have done Masti Zade, I should ask you.
Yeah.
How does one up your artistic game? Do you watch a lot? Do you sit and write? What do you do?
Yeah, I do. I watch a lot of great comedians. I try and find newer things to talk about.
Okay.
And then I just experience a lot of the world. Like I experience a lot. I say yes to a lot of things. Let's try this. Let's go there. Let's do that. So that more experience goes in you, then you're able to talk about it as well.
Right. And also, if you do a show in India and if you do a show in the US, you must be reading a lot because, to know something about Donald Trump and to know something about someone in India.
No, I think you just tell your story and people show up, and if they connect with it, they laugh. I don't think you have to, cater.
So a show over here won't be any different from a show that you'll do back in Mumbai?
No.
Okay. You performed at the smallest places in Bandra, where we both live, and at Kennedy Center. What's the one thing that I know there's nothing for you there was nothing called stage fright, but what's on your mind the minute you put your first foot on the stage, and what plays on your mind?
I think about my parents.
Okay.
And I think about how lucky I am, and the nice thing about laughter is it sounds the same everywhere in the world.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter where you are.
Right.
Laughter sounds the same. So I just think about that sound and trying to be as authentic as I can to get it.
Right, beautiful, and it's working. Veer, you know, I'm reaching the end of the interview. What is the one thing that, you know, people log on to your YouTube channel, people click when they see your poster on a Netflix menu, they buy tickets. What is the one thing that a Veer Das fan should always remember about him?
That he will make you laugh and he'll make you feel better about yourself.
Right, and you know, lastly, we are just one day before the red carpet. I will see you on the red carpet,
Yes, yeah.
and then soon I will see you in India at some point.
Yeah.
Please take care of yourself, and you continue to make us laugh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Veer. Thank you so much.